Hello everyone, my beautiful fashionistas. You're welcome again to Yvonne Winifred Yuchi. I really like this bag. I'm so in love with it just because it is a unique piece. It is a circular tote bag and it is a conversation starter also just because of its uniqueness. I love unique pieces and I'm just going to be working with it and everybody will be like, where did you get it from? Who made it for you? And I'll be like, I made it myself. That is how the inside looks like. And if you really want to see how it all came about, let us start. So I have my pieces, I have linings. There are two pieces as you see, and I also have two pieces of the main fabric. It is in the Ankara fabric. And guys, to make this, I'm just going to for now use one as the template to show you how I came up with everything. So this is a template or a square of 17 inches by 17 inches. Everything is 17 inches. You can do less or even more. So I'm going to fold it once like this, again fold once like this, just as we do a circle, like a full circle skirt, and again fold another time like this. So you're folding twice, so that after folding twice you're going to have 4 pieces. So I'm going to be marking from this apex 8.5 inches and mark just as we do when we are making anything circular, if you know how to cut circular pieces. So from the apex I'm marking 8.5 inches so that I make a kind of a curve along there as you're seeing me do. 8.5 everywhere, and I'm going to connect those points simply like this to form like a curve, like a quarter of a circle. So these are my 4 pieces. We are going to cut along this open end. That is how you see, or you know that you're cutting on the right side. Cut where there is this open side. And now we formed a circular piece. So opening it up, it looks like this. This is the circle that we need. Yes, so I'm just going to trace it on the second main fabric piece like that. I can just pin it around and cut it out, or I can also again just fold just as we did and trace it out after folding the second main piece and also even the linings. So after all that, this is what I have now. I have 4 circles, 2 lining pieces and the 2 are for the main fabric pieces. So guys, next, since this is kind of a soft fabric, I'm just going to add some interfacing. I'm using stiff paper. This is hard stiff paper, and I'm going to add this stiff paper by ironing it onto the wrong side of the main piece. The wrong side of the main piece faces the shiny part of the stiff paper. Then I just iron, and after ironing, this is what I come up with. So please iron your pieces. They will look even nicer whenever you iron. So now I'm going to align my pieces like lining to main fabric, right sides facing each other like this. And I'm going to take this to the sewing machine. And when we are sewing, I'm just going to sew along this entire circular piece. But as I'm sewing, I'm going to leave about 3 or 4 inches open, and I will use that to turn this piece onto the right side. So I'm going to repeat the same even onto this one. Sew along and then leave about 4 to 3 inches for turning it to the right side. So here we are. So I've finished this first part, and let me show you what I did. before sewing, guys, make sure you pin. So you see my pins. Now I can remove them after sewing, because when you pin, sewing becomes easier. So now with this opening that I told you that we left of about 4 inches, I'm going to flip my circular piece onto the right side. So this is what I do. Depending on the fabrics that you're using, it might be a little bit difficult, but it is doable. So don't worry, it is doable. At this point, please go back and iron. Ironing is just good for you. Your work is going to come out very excellent. So now, guys, I'm going to close up this opening. I just fold in the allowance, then I just run a top stitch, just as I did onto this one. You see here, I already top stitched. So now these will be our ready pieces, and they need to be joined together. So to join them together, I have this piece. It is a rectangular piece, and I've already added interfacing. It is 5 inches by 35 inches. This is going to be our side piece slash the bottom piece, and I've cut also a lining for it in the same fabric. So I'll just align the two pieces together, right sides facing each other. Then I will sew along all the sides, but still I will leave an opening of about still 4 inches to turn it to the right side. And after all that, this is how it looks like. And I've gone ahead also to join this opening by top stitching, just as we did on the circular pieces. So folding it into two, getting its midpoint, and I'm going to bring now my circular pieces and pin one of them onto the other rectangular piece, because now I want to start joining the two circular pieces together. So I'm also going to, like determine which part I want to be, like down or up. I want the part where we sewed, where we made the joining, like the top stitching, to be down. So that is what I'm pinning first. So right side still facing the right sides, or right sides together. I'm pinning just simply as you see me doing. I love pinning or using the pins just to ease my sewing. So do this and it will help you, and also like to make sure that before sewing you're seeing that your pieces are like aligning together. So I'll be joining by 1/2 inch like that at the sewing machine. Then after, I'll also join this other circular piece onto the rectangular piece on this other one side by 1/2 inch, and you will see what we'll have later. So now let's go to the sewing machine so that we join everything together. So guys, at the sewing machine now, I've finished already joining this rectangular piece to the circular piece, right sides facing each other as you see by 1/2 inch. And it looks like that. Now I'm going to bring the other circular piece, and I'm going to also do the same, join it, and this is it after. So this is the bag. So far a beautiful and unique tote bag. So far I love the outcome. I love how it looks like. I love its uniqueness, guys. Me with unique things, like like things that are not so common. You've got me. Anyways, this is how it looks like so far. Now we have to join the straps onto this piece. So for the straps, guys, I've made still two rectangular pieces. Each is 4 inches by 29 inches in length. I think I used 30 inches, but you can even use 29 inches in length. So what I'm doing here is I'm folding 1/2 inch on one side, and I'm going to repeat the same on the other side of each of these rectangular pieces. And after folding in that 1/2 inch sewing allowance, I'll join again equally like this, then run a straight top stitch, then anyways, to form a beautiful strap like that. So what I do onto the first one, I repeat even onto the second one. And after all that joining, guys, let me show you where I'll join them onto this circular bag. So I'll just seam rip along the sides here and also here, just so that I sandwich the straps into the bag. But if you want, you can even top stitch just on top. You just top stitch to finish or to join your straps onto the bag. But I find like seam ripping or opening up the circular piece and pushing the straps inside there is going to be better. So that is what I'm going to do at the sewing machine. But first, remember, you have to finish the straps and you make them ready like this. So now they are ready, as you see, at the sewing machine. And when it comes to the bag, I've gone ahead to open up, and before opening I just measured about 2 inches from the sides here, 2 inches from the sides, then I seam ripped, and this is the opening where I'm going to attach the straps. Even this side I measured 2 inches, and after that 2 inches I opened up like about 1.5 inches there, and I'm just going to push my strap inside there by like 1 inch or half an inch, then just run a top stitch, and that will be all. And make sure that as you're pushing the straps, push them vertically, not like, don't follow the circular shape that we have, because they might look weird, which is weird, okay, since this is styling, it might also come out beautifully. But I made mine vertical, and this is the outcome. The bag is simple. You can even add more, maybe patch pockets inside or even outside, like style it or design it any way that you want, and it is nice, beautiful. You can make it in any fabric at your disposal. And trying to push some clothes inside there, I just added my sweater in there. You see that it is spacious enough, it is stylish. Like, I love this bag, guys. I love this bag, and I got the tutorial from Butari, a South African YouTuber.